Hello everyone, it's Felicity here. Welcome to my channel Zenista Tarot. And today I'm going to do a pick a card reading. The topic for this reading is what is the most significant event that might happen to you in year 2020? So we have 3 decks for you to choose from. This is deck number 1. This is deck number 2. And this is deck number 3. Okay, so deck number 1 is the Incidental Tarot. Deck number 2 is Tarot of Jane Austen. And deck number 3 is Tarot of the Sexual Magic. Okay, now I hope that you have chosen your deck. And let's start with deck number 1. So this is deck number 1. Okay, let's see. What is the most significant event that might happen to you in year 2020? For the people who have chosen deck number 1, please, universe, let us know what is the most significant event that might happen for those of you who have chosen deck number 1 in the year 2020. Let's see. I'll just pull 3 cards. Okay. I hope that you have a clear picture of the card. Alright. So, I'll start with the most obvious thing. In year 2020, you may deal with some kind of ending or transformation. And as something dies, also something new will begin, because you can see the plants growing out from the skeleton, from the skull. So I see that something is going to end. So some doors are going to close for you, as some doors are going to open for you. And it's like a procedure. So it takes time for things to fall into places for you. So there's a procedure going on. So you need to be patient as you work on letting go of something. And then you also need to take time in order for something to grow from the ashes. Alright? So let go of the things that need to be let go of from your life. So something is going to finish, to end in your life, so that it makes more space for something to grow, something new to come in. And it feels like maybe there's a dream that has not been fulfilled. Maybe it concerns work. I feel like it concerns some kind of project or work, or something that it holds very dear to you. Alright? And the card asks you to be patient. And it takes a little bit of work for you to do. I see it's more connected to work, the ideal and the dream, the ambitions. So you need to let go of something, or you need to build something out from the ashes. So this is the Builder card. And you can see the acorn here. And it takes time for you to see the fruitful fruition from your work. And also you can see you need to cutting something off, and you need to measure something, like maybe you need to see what kind of things in your life that you need to let go of, and what kind of things in your life that you need to keep, what kind of friendship, relationship, partnership that you need to keep, and what kind of partnership, relationship that you need to let go of. So it takes time for you to work on things, to put things into order. And I feel that some of you are feeling frustrated, okay? There's some kind of frustrated or feeling sorry for yourself, or feeling a little bit of pity that you need to let go of something. You do not want to do it, you do not want to let it go, but it feels like the environment, the energy is asking you to let go, to work on something. Maybe some of you takes a long time on this project. You know, you have been working on this project for a long time, and suddenly you feel that, or maybe the outside forces, the unseen forces, ask you to change, to make some changes. Okay, and also there's a the universe message is that you need to build a strong foundation, because the builder is about building up a strong foundation to start from the beginning, to start afresh, to start over again. Yes. So even though you feeling a bit of pity to let go of something, you still need to do it. And also when you measure up something, like you measuring up pros and cons of certain things, the card asks you to really look at the foundation of things. For example, you need to look at which project has a stronger foundation than the other project. So, and it feels like there may be some kind of challenges going on when you're building up something, or challenges that ask you to let go of something. Maybe of all the ideas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ideas, of all the ideas, you can only choose one. Maybe only one solution can work out for you. Also, it feels like of all the ideas, they are intertwined. Can you work things out? Like maybe sometimes, instead of working with others, maybe it's time to work for yourself. Maybe it's time to work independently. Yes, it feels like this card is about being in a group of people, but then many group mates have different ideas, or a lot of ideas that are in conflicts. So in order to solve this conflict, maybe some of you need to step outside, some of you need to step aside, and only one solution can be found. Or if you have been cooperating with others, the card asks you it's time to work on your own, to work independently instead of being in a group. Because it seems like this group of people have a lot of different ideas, and the ideas often result in conflicts. Maybe some of you, may face a situation like this. Some of you, when you present your ideas to others feel that you are not grounded enough, you are not having a realistic approach and you are too idealistic. And so your idea has been objected, like your idea has been banned by others because they think that you're not realistic enough, and they ask you to think of something that has a stronger foundation or be more realistic about yourself, realistic about the situation. And so you need to think through all other people's opinions and ideas and really look into the situation, really look into the reality instead of only building from some kind of dream without paving a foundation for yourself. All right? Maybe we can look at one more card and see the advice card. Okay, the advice card is asking you to be kind for yourself and to be kind for others. And if you need to take time for yourself, you really need to take time. And maybe there's someone who is very mature, like a mother figure, and someone who has everything settled will come into your life to give you some ideas, because it feels like this person has a nurturing energy. And it's like a motherly energy. And this person has a lot of things sought out for himself or herself. So, yeah, if you come across this kind of person, you need to seek advice from this person. The Empress card is also about being confident, being confident and being comfortable with who you are. And also feels like this person has a strong Leo energy because there's a sun, symbol of sun behind her. So not only is this person holds the moon energy, this person also holds a strong sun energy. This person is secure in herself or himself. So if you need to take time for yourself, you need to have a nurturing energy within yourself. So you need to take care of yourself first. The card also asks you not to only focus on the result. You need to also focus on the procedure. Because sometimes maybe on the way to your dreams, you have some kind of things that you need to change. If you see some mistakes on the way to your dream, you need to make some changes, then you need to make it. Alright? So the card also asks you not to look at the end result. Maybe sometimes the end result failed you, the end result disappointed you, but then not just look at the end result. Okay? Sometimes harvest comes a little bit later because this card is not about fast movement. This card is not about fast movement. This card is about building up a strong foundation for yourself so that you can provide a nurturing energy for others. So some of you may want to have children and you worry about your pregnancy, you worry about fertility, but the card asks you not to rush because you need to have a strong foundation before you become a mother. You need to provide not only for yourself, but for others as well. So you need to have plenty of things in your life that got sorted out before you can settle and do the duty of the mother. So the card asks you not to give up and not to abandon yourself, but at the same time know that it takes a little bit of time for you to be an empress. Okay, so thank you for watching. Now let's look at deck number okay, deck number one more thing. Maybe some of you just have a miscarriage. Okay, suddenly the strong message for some of you are that some of you may have just, have a miscarriage, and the card asks you not to rush and take care of yourself before you can be pregnant again. Okay, so if you have the misfortune of miscarriage, understand that it's just meant to be the miscarriage. It's no one's fault. No one is to blame, all right? No one is to blame for this miscarriage. And the card asks you to take care of yourself before you have another pregnancy. Okay? It also takes time. It takes time. Maybe because the reason why this time is miscarriage, because the card asks you, the universe wants you to have a more stable life, to have a more stability before you have a secure pregnancy. All right. So if this time is not successful, is miscarriage, don't give up on hope. And once you get things settled, once you have your life sorted out and have a stability in your life, maybe stability in your accommodation, in your home, stability in your finance, stability in your job, stability in a relationship, stability in your household, then the miscarriage will not happen. You will have a successful, secure pregnancy. All right, so don't give up on hope. This is the message for you. Deck number one. Okay, deck number two. This is deck number two. Let's start. We are asking for the universe advice on what is the most significant event that might happen to those who have chosen deck number two. What is the most significant event that might happen for those of you who have chosen deck number two? Okay, 4 cards for this group. Okay. It feels like there may be some kind of competition going on. The competition going on, and it results in the doubt. And okay, in my concerns about partnership, in a social setting, you may be paired up with someone, and then you may know someone in a party, in a very grand social setting. But then it feels like there's some kind of secret going on. You are not quite trusting, or other people are not trusting. There's a trust issue in this social group. And there's some kind of message, like the hidden message got delivered from one group to another. So this is like one group here, and someone after socializing in this group, and then suddenly someone from this group deliver a hidden secret message to this group, and then it result in the mistrust, not trusting the true group of people. Group number one here, this group, and this group, not trusting each other. So people from this group are not trusting from people of this group. This group is not trusting this group, and vice versa. And this group is not trusting this group. So you need to find out the intention of this messenger. Okay, there's a messenger here. Finding out some kind of secret or finding out some kind of truth, and it caused some kind of not trusting each other because of this hidden secret message. Maybe some kind of gossip going on. So this kind of group, like why they are not trusting, it concerns about two promises being made. Maybe someone has promised someone something, and then this same person promised another person another thing, and then they are in a conflict. It caused two groups are in a conflict. Those two groups of people that are involved are in a conflict because of one person's decision. And this person is like, okay, this messenger is like also bears a lot of burdens. Okay, bears a lot of burdens. And that's why maybe by sharing the secret, by passing the secret from one group to another, and then it helps him or her to ease this kind of burden. This person feels like the more people know about this conflict between these two groups, the less burden that he or she may have. It's concerns about some kind of promise being made, and it concerns about some changes going on. It concerns about fortune as well. Maybe it concerns about business partnership. And also it feels like the imbalance of something, like, okay, this group of people has the wheel of fortune, like has a lot of luck. This group of people has a lot of luck going on. And this messenger is like trying to tell this group of people what is going on from the upper class, or what's going on from this group of people who are considered being lucky. And so it makes this group that have the that have the finance struggling being a bit angry of this social group. And also, even though, in this group of people who consider themselves less fortunate, and they also have the conflict going on. Okay. It seems like this group of people is not doing something that is secrecy, or it's not like doing something that is very bad. It's not like that. It's just the key lies into this, this person here. Because this person thinks that, oh, it is not fair. How can you be like this? So you need to investigate the messenger. Is he or her, are they delivering the correct message, or is this person the main thing that caused the problem? Trying to disturb the pieces of others. So here, this card, it's about finding the truth, because when the message got delivered, and it can have a lot of versions. Like when someone is telling a story of this group, when someone is trying to deliver something to spread out the message, there's some key element that are missing. Something that is misspelled in the translation. Something that is not accurately translated. So this card, the ending card, asks you to really analyze the truth, not to make a judgment so quickly. Because this card is about there's something lost, the accuracy got lost during the interpretation of the message. So this messenger, maybe he or she is trying to help, but then he or she might misinterpret something and then spread out the message. So there's some kind of message that are delivered in the incorrect manner. It's not like this person intentionally doing this. This person is not intentionally doing this. But then because there's some kind of things that got lost in the form, in the translation. Like, one story, when it's spread out to different groups, one story, there's a copy of this story. And then when it got delivered to different people, and then it passed it to another people or another generation, the essence of the original story got lost. Okay? So you need to find out the real essence of the original story. And because a lot of things got misinterpreted during the delivering of the message. So the card asks you to work on that. To work on that missing pieces of the information. Because that piece of information has been altered. That piece of information, that piece of message has been lost. The essence has been lost from that piece of information. So you need to investigate to find out the truth. Just like, a lot of story, a lot of message got lost. So maybe we can also take one more card and see. Yes. Here, this card. Lady of Teacups, that is Queen of Cups. And the card asks you not to interpret the information emotionally. Sometimes we misinterpret the information because we project our own emotions into something. Okay? And some of you are worrying about, this person is going somewhere else. You're worried about someone. You're not sure whether this someone will come back or not. So you need to find out. Not just catch one or two phrases and then make a decision based on that, just one particular event, one particular information. Because sometimes it takes a long time to interpret. So the card asks you to not interpret the message using your emotions. Sometimes emotions got in the way of interpret information. Alright? So the card asks you So the cards ask you to take time and interpret the information level-headedly and without being trapped into your own emotional drama. Alright? So this is the lesson that you may learn this year. Okay, group number 3. This is for you. Let's sincerely ask the universe to give the advice and to find out the most significant event that might happen to you in the year 2020. Okay, what is the most significant thing that might happen to those of you who have chosen deck number 3? Okay, it feels like for those of you who have chosen deck number 3, and it's like maybe the fainted event is going to happen in your life. Okay, Justice card. Maybe some of you will be dealing with a court case, and if there's something unjust happened to you in the past, and this year is going to be very just to you. So the universe is trying to right what is wrong. What has been wrong, okay, if you are wronged in the past, the universe is trying to fix that for you. Especially it concerns about infidelity, unfaithfulness. So those of you who are in the triangle relationship, there may be some kind of things that is coming out for you to take care of. Some kind of like, some kind of like if some of you are involved in a triangle relationship, then for this particular year you will get the result of that. Justice card. So it feels like this year is not for people who are cheaters. It feels like those cheaters are going to have the fate, the universe bite back at them, alright? Okay, some of you, if you're watching, then the universe asks you to trust yourself. Because it feels like some of you are not having the confidence. Some of you are not being confident enough. And you keep being ripped off of something, some of you are being taken advantage of because you're not confident enough to speak up, and some of you are being taught, some of you when you were a child, you were being taught that to keep quiet. And so in a family situation, some of you has been like maybe verbally abused to the point that you do not want to voice out your own opinions of something. And some of you grow up in a very strict family, like your parents are very strict, and your parents' suppression of you make you not love yourself enough. Like you are very helpless in this family. So, when time goes by, you learn to keep quiet and not to voice out your own opinion. And even though you are being disrespected, like people not respecting you, you just put up with them and not being confident enough to fight back because of what you had been taught when you were a child. And also it feels like there's some kind of suppression of passion as well. Like maybe in the past, when you were a child, when you were teenagers, and your parents are strict to the point that you cannot voice out your opinion, and then this kind of growing up environment keeps you like helpless, not being able to defend yourself physically, verbally. And even though people are not respecting you, you accept that, and you do not know that people are disrespectful of you. So people showing some kind of disrespectful behavior towards you, you are okay with that. So this card, this year, the card asks you to be just, to be fair to yourself and get out of that kind of strong trauma that have been built within you since you were a child. And the cards say that you have a choice. This card is about having a choice. And there's a strong contrast here. This girl is like very helpless and not being able to stand up for herself or himself. And now this year, the universe is going to correct it for you. You have a choice to choose how to react in a situation. And you are not helpless. You are not completely helpless. But then it's up to you to stand up for yourself. And because of how you were taught since you were a child, and some of you accept the triangle relationship, third party situation, some of you accept that because you were taught to not love yourself. Okay? So this year is going to solve this problem for you. And finally, maybe you find the courage and strength to get out of the unhealthy third-party situation. And some of you will need to take care of the court case. There may be a court case. If you find out that someone is, unfaithful, maybe you take it to the court and you're trying to find a solution. Okay. I would like to draw one more card, maybe two more cards for you. Okay. Seems good. What is the solution? What is the guidance, the advice for those who have who have chosen that number 3? Okay, yes. You see this one. You deserve love. So the card asks you not to put up with the disrespectful behavior. Someone is not respecting your ideas. Someone is not respecting you as who you are. And you have been put up with them. Maybe you have put up with this relationship for a long, long time. And the card asks you to get out of that. You deserve love. You are lovable. So you need to really love yourself by doing something for yourself and by getting yourself out of the unhealthy, unhappy relationship. You show the university, you show the universe that you love yourself. Knight of Wands. I feel like as you get out of the unhealthy situation, you might find friendship in another situation. There may be some kind of strong protection, strong friendship going on, or in the future. But then the first step is to get out of the unhealthy situation first. The card tells you that you have a choice. Okay, not to suppress yourself. If you have been suppressed, you need to let it out. Alright? Because this card is also about some kind of limitation of your own sexuality. Maybe verbally they are telling you that, okay, this is not good, you should not think this way, and so it causes a lot of abuse in the sexuality, like suppression in your sexuality. Okay, so the card asks you to let go of that kind of limitation and find a friendship in others. Okay, so this is all for you, and thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.